right, we heard earlier from Beth here that it's never too early to start talking to your kids about money. What age did you say? 4? 3? 2? 3. Okay. So that means that our next guest may have missed the window. I don't know. We'll find out. Please welcome two Portland families, Katie Brooks and her 5.5-year-old twins, Abby and Theo, and Duncan Parks with his 7-year-old daughter, Isabel, and 5-year-old daughter, Sophie. Thank you all for coming. All right, Katie and Duncan, let me talk to you first. You guys have similar approaches in how you're handling money with your kids. You do give allowances. The kids put a little bit in savings, some for spending, some for giving it away. So you seem to have it pretty together at this point. What haven't you figured out at this point, Duncan?
Well, the thing I think we really still have to figure out is how to let our kids take risks and make mistakes. Like you say, we have it structured, but it's that issue, well, do we let them buy the thing that we really don't think is such a good idea and let them learn from that? It's kind of hard as a parent to let go like that, but I think that's where we need to really work.
Yeah. Katie?
Yeah, we have that challenge as well, but we also struggle with the grocery store aisle, everything's at eye level syndrome, and I have to go to the toy section every time you go to the store. So our struggle is, how do you teach them how to save and to avoid the spontaneous combustion of money every time we walk into the store?
Well, what do you think, Beth? A couple of really good questions, and it's really all about trying to protect your kids from the onslaught of advertising and television and all these things that they want.
Right. I think the one thing that's really important is for you guys, do you guys know that when you see a commercial, the commercial's from people who are trying to sell you stuff, right? And you guys know that.
Yeah, we got some heads nodding here.
Yeah, and you're too smart to want to buy stuff that people want to sell you, right? You want to buy stuff that you really need, not stuff that people want to sell you. They're all nodding.
And one is yawning.
Yeah. But I think that, as parents, it's our obligation to have to say no, and that it's a good lesson to learn, because as grown-ups, we walk into stores and we want things all the time, and we have to tell ourselves no. And that's really a good lesson. I think when it comes to sort of kids taking risks, I think for kids, that as ages 5, 6, 7, I think what you're doing sounds great, having some money for savings, some money for, say, spending. And I think allowing them to spend that money. I mean, my family, my 5-year-old, I don't let him buy candy because he would, we say it would be death by chocolate. I mean, it would be gone. So I think it's your prerogative to make specific rules. But within those rules, if there's certain games or toys that you think aren't really educational or aren't really worth it, but your kids have saved up for that goal, it costs $10 and it took them 10 months to get it, well, then I think that's okay. So I think it's balancing that, what they're doing and the responsibility that you're teaching them. But I applaud you both for getting that started, because that will go a long way. You're all lucky to have such nice parents.
All right, let me turn to Isabel and Sophie. So, Sophie, what do you think money is for?
Buying stuff you really need.
Buying stuff you need? Good answer. Good answer. Isabel, is there anything that you're just dying to spend your money on that maybe mom and dad might not agree with?
I'm not really dying to do anything, but I sort of want a computer.
Computer, all right. Well, what have your parents been teaching you about money, Isabel?
They tell me that some of it should be in the bank, and some of it should go to charity.
Oh, very good. And why is that?
Because charity is like for poor people who have no money compared to us who have plenty of money to buy things we want.
Duncan, would you like to share? All right. We've got a lot more coverage and tips on our website. It's marketplace.org. Katie, Abby, Theo, Duncan, Isabel, and Sophie, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. And Now, please welcome to the stage from the Oregon Children's Theater production of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, appearing next door at the Newmark Theater, the Oompa Loompas. We have with us Dylan Earhart, Addie Fecker, and Michael Klein is in the back as well. And so you guys are working actors, and I have to tell you, I have friends all over LA who would really die to know what that's like. But Dylan, you're 9 years old, right?
Yep.
Yeah? You guys making $75 off the run of this production. Is that a lot of money for you?
Yeah, it's in there. I've done professional shows, so I've got a little more money, but I like it.
Yeah? What do you do with it?
I'm probably gonna save it for college.
Probably?
Yeah,
Or definitely?
probably.
How about you, Addie?
Well, I'm probably going to save mine for college too, but I'm not sure yet because I haven't had something that has come up that I really want to buy or something like that.
Yeah? Michael, is this a lot of money for you?
It's kind of like Dylan. It's enough, but
It's enough for what?
yeah, it's enough to save up for college, but college or a nice Mustang.
These days, the Mustang is a lot cheaper, I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. Did your parents tell you what to do with your money? Did they suggest that you save it for college, or did you just come up with this all on your own? Dylan?
Well, actually, my parents have been saying save some for college because you're gonna need it, and try to keep some at home, which I don't do because I don't know why. I just haven't had the time to get it out, and just if you find something you really want, buy it. But if you have no reason to spend money, don't spend it and just keep it in your bank.
Mm-hmm. So how are you actually doing that? Does it go right into your bank account, Addie?
Well, I do babysitting with my family, and I'm hoping to do it with more families, but I save it in a wallet, so I don't put it directly somewhere else. I keep it in my room for a while, you know.
Mm-hmm. Michael, have your parents talked to you about what to do with the money? Because you guys are pretty young to be getting a steady paycheck.
Yeah. Well, my dad and my mom did tell me to put it in the bank account to save it, and at first I didn't really know why, but then I read a book called Lunch Money by Andrew Clements, and a kid was asking, why do I need to save it? And it said, well, if the house burned down, you wouldn't have any money because it'd all burn up. So I keep a little bit at my house, but I keep the rest of it in a bank account.
Just in case the house burns down. That's pretty good. Well, so I have to ask, what are you guys planning to do with your careers? You going to keep acting, Dylan?
I'm probably gonna keep up the acting business, and hopefully I go to New York and go to Broadway and
All right.
start a.
If
big
you do,
career.
you won't make much more than you do now.
Yep.
How about you, Addie?
Well, I've tried a lot of things like swimming and basketball, but I've enjoyed this a lot more than a lot of the things, so I'm probably going to continue with this.
Yeah. Michael, tell me what it's like to be an Oompa Loompa.
It's fun. It's hot. It's hot. It's really fun because the Oompa Loompas in the play, they're like mean, but they're mean to the mean kids, so they're kind of lovable, you could say.